Hi, I'm Roseanne Vanella, professional divorce mediator with Advanced Mediation Solutions.
And I'm Madeline DiLeonardo, licensed professional counselor of mind, body, and soul therapy and counseling.
Today, we're going to talk about the benefits of couples therapy, not only before divorce, but actually during and after. I find that couples that come to mediation, the ones who are either in the middle of going through couples therapy or have been through it are usually the best couples to go through the mediation process.
Sure.
I think they get to learn to communicate, they get to learn to listen to one another, but they've also gone through processing a lot of their feelings. And I know there's a lot of different modalities and different things that can be addressed. So Madeline, can you explain the different types of therapy and also what your feelings are about going through it either before, during, or after divorce?
Absolutely. So the wonderful thing about therapy is that it can be extremely helpful through all different aspects of the process. There's a modality called discernment counseling, and that is a therapeutic modality that people can utilize to determine if they are interested in separating or if they want to try to remain in the relationship. This is something that the couple would explore prior to making the decision if they want to separate or not.
So Madeline, I've actually had couples in mediation while they're going through discernment therapy. So they've decided to divorce and they go through the process. And is it correct that it's not this, I'm going to say a long drawn out period, it's very specific?
That's exactly right. It's a very specific type of therapy with a very specific timeline, whereas other therapies can just kind of be there for processing and not for a particular decision-making point. This is to decide the status of the relationship.
Okay. So let's talk about the before. So before divorce, obviously couples are going through the process, and I would imagine most are trying to stay together, and then maybe through the process of therapy, they realize that it's best if they do separate and divorce. Okay. And then while they're going through it, are couples processing feelings of going through the actual divorce and what that brings to them?
Yes. So that's another aspect of therapy that can be extremely helpful, is having the intentional time and space to process with a neutral third party while going through a divorce, both as partners or individual counseling, which can also be really beneficial to process feelings as you're moving through this experience.
Okay. And I would imagine the after divorce most commonly probably has to do with co-parenting. Right?
That's exactly right. And we see how helpful that is when parents can continue to respect and communicate with each other in order to try to continue to have that space for communication and work through any challenges that come up for the best interest of the children.
It's great. I think what individuals and couples need to understand is that when you're going through the process of divorce, so many times it'll feel like you're alone. And there's so much help available out there. And in what we do in our professions, we're always trying to take a holistic approach and making sure that everybody is supported so they're able to get through it as, I'm going to say, as smoothly as possible, and most importantly, together as a unit for the family.
I agree, absolutely.
Great information. Thank you.
Thanks.